Welcome back to Opus LNI. The world has been kind of a shit show this week, personally and on a macro level. Between the Buffalo shooting last week and the latest school shooting this week, it's been really hard to concentrate on things that feel frivolous. So I've been struggling a lot, and I don't even have a script for this, honestly. I didn't even write one, so it's just kind of stream of consciousness today. I struggled a lot with whether to release a video this week and how best to do so respectfully while acknowledging the fact that so many bad things have happened to so many people. Add to that some personal struggles that have been happening this week. Tornado is sick and missing the last day of school, and they are devastated. I have been struggling a lot with how I can keep them safe from a world that has decided that the pandemic is too inconvenient to keep existing, and in a state where guns are seen as more valuable than children, and that people who are trans and people with uteruses are better off dead. It's taken a real toll on me this week. I also understand and acknowledge my privilege as a white woman, that I don't have to struggle with this and cope with it and reckon with it in the same way that Black and Brown and Indigenous people of color, Asian Americans, Pacific Islanders, all of the people who are marginalized by my particular demographic have to struggle with it a lot more than I do, and I want to acknowledge that. So this week, it's just going to be a really low-key kind of week. I needed to personalize some things, and I thought I would take the opportunity to slap my heraldry on it. I hope at least that it can serve as an oasis for people who are struggling, because heaven knows that I need one too. Let's get into it. Okay, so heraldry originated as a way to distinguish a fighter on a battlefield, and as such we have big, bold designs that are meant to be displayed on a shield. So this is mine, and as you can see, if we go across my house, my heraldry features a lot in my particular decoration style. Oh, look, I even have them for mailers. This is my laurel scroll, and you can see right there in the corner, there's my arms. Have a second to appreciate the beauty of this particular piece, which was done by my friend Beau. He's incredibly talented. It was done on real parchment that he made himself, and I was warned not to lick the painting because it is poisonous. But it is so beautiful and I love it. I even love my heraldry enough to get it tattooed on me. Well, I can't. There it is. First things first, we need supplies. The SCA recognizes two kinds of heraldry, the coat of arms, or just arms, which is the whole shield designed to designate you or someone who speaks on your behalf, and the badge, which can be part of your coat of arms but doesn't have to be, and designates something that you own or someone who works for you. So you or your herald might wear a tabard with your coat of arms on it, but your servants and possessions would have your badge on it instead. I want my backpack basket to have my full coat of arms on it, since I am likely to be the only person wearing it, and the jewelry box to have my badge on it, which is just the red crow from my arms. I'm marking off a border on the piece of paper marked with the dimensions of the jewelry box. Then I'll trace the printed copy of the badge onto the center. I'm using a woodless pencil to color the backside of the design, turning it into graphite transfer paper. After taping it to the top of the box, I'll use a ballpoint pen or mechanical pencil to trace the design onto the box. To make sure I don't lose those lines while painting, I'm going to trace over them with an archival felt tip pen. I'm just going to use craft acrylics to paint these designs. I have the knowledge to make my own tempera paints and shellac according to medieval recipes, but this was meant to be a quick, easy project with a goal of enhancing ambiance, not historical accuracy. That could be another video, maybe. I also picked up a sheet of adhesive backed felt to line the bottom half of the box, just to make sure that the things inside don't get hurt if they bounce around a bit in transit. I didn't have enough to line the top, but I may glue a mirror to the top and side instead, just so I can see what I'm doing. A quick white outline to make the crow and border pop, and this box is ready to set aside for sealing. Thank you to all of my current and continuing Ko-fi members. Your support and the support of all my members and croissants makes it easier to do what I do and to provide quality content for everyone. Thank you so much. Stick around after this brief commercial break to watch me paint my basket. Okay, I'm going to use the same process for the basket. I'm just starting with a pre-printed version of my coat of arms instead of drawing out a border. quick tea and cookie break suggested by my wonderful partner who knows how much I've been struggling and always makes sure I'm engaging in self-care. Don't judge my porch. We've had a week-long Sahara dust storm and everything is coated with grit. To protect these paintings, I'm going to seal them with a matte acrylic spray. It's probably overkill, but better safe than sorry. To keep the rest of the basket safe from the spray, I'm going to wrap it in a trash bag, leaving only the lid exposed. 2 coats of clear coat and these boxes are all good to go. Thanks for coming along with me today, friends. I appreciate your patience and your empathy. Please do what you can to help create meaningful change. Talk to your representatives, local and national, sign petitions, get involved, participate in communal aid for the survivors of these tragedies. I will have some GoFundMe links for both Buffalo and Uvalde in my description box below. Please don't send me any tips this week. Just help defray the funeral costs of the people who were killed. Check on your teachers, check on your school kids, check on your parents, hug your loved ones. This weekend I am going to an event and I am going to participate in some radical joy in the face of some really horrific, tragic things. I'm going to celebrate the recognition of a very dear friend for all of the work that she has done. You can find me on social media. I'm the same everywhere. All of those links will be in the description box. You know the drill. Until next time, be kind, do the work, continue supporting marginalized people, and keep creating. Well,